often being asked, well, how do you space out plants? And what do you do if you want to mix in bulbs, etc. So what I've got here, this is my new laying out bench, by the way, folks, because it's just going to make life a bit easier to explain and show you what I mean. And I have got some plants here which will all like to go in a sunny-ish position and give you a little bit of height, give you spring colour. And this is the sort of spacings that I would expect that you would need to put these plants in. So we have got Heuchera chocolate ruffles, we have got Phlox, divaricata Chattahoochee, we've got a Caryopteris sterling silver, we've got Pulmonaria Diana Clare, Tiarella spring Symphony, Doronicum. Then further down the end here we have got Teucrium, lucidrys, and Artemisia, Valerie Finnis, and Festuca, glauca, Elijah blue. Now I have placed them out in the way that I think that they should go. What I have done is I have considered how big these plants are going to spread, how tall they're going to get, and what effect they're going to give you. So when you start with the heucheras, they are going to fill a space around about 45 centimetres or 18 inches, and then they'll flower. So they're really quite good for the front of a border. And you don't need masses, but at this time of the year, their foliage is giving you lots and lots of interest, and then they will flower, and that's perfectly fine. If they get a little bit ratty with their leaves, you can actually cut the foliage back, and you can cut them back quite hard. So that is really good. And what I'm assuming is that this border edge is probably going to here, and this is then going back. Now it looks as though I've got the pulmonarias a little bit close, and I haven't got them at the front, so even though they flower early, what they require is just a little bit of shade from something else as they go into their foliage. And at the moment the Heuchera is not taller than the Diana Clare, so I would always put them slightly further back. Now again, they're going to make 45 centimetres, so you could go a little bit further apart, and it's on my usual rule, and that is pick them up and have your hands nice and easy, elbows away, not right close to you, because you can see if you put them close, the plants get closer. Just have them hanging nice and gently, and that gives you your spacing. So they would go down there just a little bit juxtaposition, so they're not in straight lines behind it. Then we've got the Teucrium here. The Teucrium you can clip to whatever size you want, so you can keep it under control. And I've got a couple here that will give you some evergreen in this border for this time of the year. Now I'm not saying this border, what I've got here, is going to give you full colour right the way through the year. That's not the idea. This is just so that you can see how to put bulbs and how to put those strange things called summer deciduous herbaceous into this mix as well. The Artemisia here has still got its old foliage on it, and you can see it's doing its beautiful coming through here. Now this one is grown, it's Artemisia ludoviciana, Valerie Finnis. It's grown for its beautiful silver foliage, and it will make a big spread. This is why this has got a lot more space in here, and it will run around. Now again, this is something that you can manage. You can cut it back, you can split it up regularly, absolutely no problem at all. And at this time of the year, it is the time of year for what I call spring cleaning in the garden. So you would be taking off all of this old growth and just tidying up the plant. But what you see with the old growth is you see how tall this is going to be. So it's going to make a nice impression at the back of the border here. Beautiful silver foliage. Silver foliage shows off all sorts of things. So you would just snip that off. Beautiful silver foliage there. That's got a much bigger space there. Now, at this time of the year, that's not filling up that space. So what can you do? You could put your tulips in here, because you could put tulips right up next to that plant. This is going to grow around. Your tulips will come up and look really good. This foliage will come up as the tulips are dying off, and therefore you don't get a problem with that. So we could have one lot of tulips sort of here. We could have another lot tucked in there, and that would give you a really good display. And then we've got a few gaps at the front here, and those gaps there, this Festuca is not something that gets huge. This is one of the low growing grasses, so it's just at the front here, but it gives you a little bit of difference. And what you will have to do with this, again, you will need to start spring cleaning, and basically spring cleaning of this is just pulling out all of that old dead grass, and when they're in clumps in the ground, it's very easy to do, and it's quite satisfying actually, just cleaning up the grass and keeping it all nice and clean and tidy. If you've got an old comb, or say a dog comb or something like that, you can comb, and that will go through and it'll take all of this dead stuff out of there, this straw which you don't want in there, and you pull that out and the plant will look good and it'll put up fresh growth. So that is just a different style of leaf. Now in here we've got something that is going to bring up, so the Diana Clare is going to give you lovely silvery foliage with a little bit of mottling on it. That will contrast with this, and then the flowers will dive back. Then it will stay there looking moderate. You've got Ipheions. So this is Ipheion Hardy's hybrid. If you had something like that in there, now that looks quite close. But what you've got to remember with these is they are up, down into the ground, and then everything else comes through. So this is how you use things which are summer deciduous. We've got another lovely little pink one here. They could go in there, and then the border is looking full at this time of the year. Once these have finished and died back down, then it's time for these to fill up that space and continue that lovely fullness that you want the border to look like. So these are great. These are really good. They're full of nectar. They're full of pollen. Excellent for all of the actual pollinating insects that you're going to get through. So we could also put another couple of the Ipheion in here. We could put one in there behind the Tiarella. So the Tiarella's here, lovely low, close to the ground, giving you lovely foliage at the moment, and those will make nice round clumps. And again, a haircut will keep them looking good. So you could have one of those Ipheion in there. That would actually look really good from that point of view. We could put another one in here. Remember, they're not going to do any harm to your Tiarellas or your Phlox here, because they're going to be dying back. So the Phlox and the Tiarella are going to come up into life and get bigger and really lovely brand new foliage, and they will do that as the Ipheions are dying back down. If you want a different colour of Ipheion, this lovely dark blue one here is Jessie. That could just go in there. Then the Phlox that I've chosen for this demonstration is divaricata Chattahoochee. This loves to be in dry, free draining, full sun soil. So that's going to make lovely mats here at the front. And again, it's at that lovely spacing. And once it has covered this ground, the Ipheion goes back down. So they're all happy in that sort of situation. Haven't talked about the Doronicum here at the back. That's a bit of lovely splash of yellow. That will carry on from the beautiful splash of yellow that I have added to this bit, which is these narcissi. And these narcissi can just grow around at the base of this shrub, and they'll come through, they'll get held by the shrub to hold them up, but that gives you a splash of yellow. This beautiful yellow daisy, which is going to make a lovely patch there. And again, it's near enough but not too close to the shrub. This is a shrub, this is Caryopteris sterling silver. Caryopteris sterling silver is not going to get too huge, but it's also not growing until later, so later in the season. It's just starting to put on its lovely silver growths here, and now is the time of year, once you get into sort of the middle of March, you can start to take off. So this is where the old flower stem was, and you can cut them down and shape up the shrub to a shape that you would like, and then that will be really quite good, because it is going to be a nice silver foliage at the back of here and keeping going. And we've got a little hole at the back here. We could have another lot of tulips just in there. Now it looks really full, but what you have to remember is once the spring, early spring stuff like the Ipheion, the narcissi and the tulips have gone down, the other herbaceous perennials come into their own, fill up that space, and this is the way of layering your plants. So when you hear about this layering technique, it's all about intermingling the herbaceous perennials, which are deciduous during the summer, so up now, looking fantastic, dying back down, other things coming through, covering over where they were, going over with their foliage, not necessarily creeping over with their roots, and then other things coming on a little bit later. Your shrub is here for much later on, and then you could add in other bits and pieces for later summer. So you could put in some alliums, for instance. If you like lilies, you could put in lilies. All of those sorts of things could be added to a border of this type. So remember the spacing technique for these things. If they're going to get bigger, you want a lot of bulb stuff around them. So like the Artemisia is going to get large, that's got a much larger space in there. All the rest of them around about that 45 centimetre. So it is that hold the plants like so and place them down into the ground like that, and they will be happy. They will fill up that will fill up that. This shrub doesn't have a lot at the bottom, it's going to come up and be tall here. That's absolutely fine, because all of these bulbs will be happy and be in a slightly shadier position once they have died back down. So it all works well together. I hope that helps you with how to space, what to do, and this is just a small border. This table here is something around about 80 to 90 centimetres by about 1.5 metres, metre 170. So that's the idea of what the spacing that I have done in this particular border. Thank you very much for watching, and please do subscribe to the channel.